Hello, guys, and welcome back to FCB for Life. Welcome to a brand new episode as we gear up for a massive night at the Monteguish. We are set to welcome Inter Milan in the Champions League semi-finals, and we haven't reached this stage in 10 long years. And boy, oh boy, I am beyond excited for this clash, and I hope you are too. So sit back, relax as we break down the full analysis, the predicted lineup, and what to expect from this beautiful European showdown. So do not go anywhere and let's get right into it. All eyes will be on Monteguish as European heavyweights Barcelona and Inter Milan collide in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final. There's a bit of history here. Back in 2010, Jose Mourinho's Inter stunned Pep Guardiola's treble-winning Barcelona, don't you forget, knocking out en route to lifting the trophy in Madrid. They knocked out Barcelona, the most informed team back in 2010. But I know and I hope we are not seeing a repeat of history for that. This time, Barcelona come into the tie riding a massive wave of momentum after clinching the Copa del Rey on Saturday, edging out eternal rivals Real Madrid after an extra time goal by Jules Koundé. Wow, what a goal! What a strike from the defender. I mean, my man turned into prime Lewandowski right there, sealing the victory and delivering a record-extending 32nd Copa title in the club history. For the clash against Inter, home advantage could prove very crucial. Barcelona have won 5 and drawn 1 of the last 6 home matches in the Champions League, racking up a staggering 21 goals along the way, which is really phenomenal. The treble remains very firmly in Hansi Flick's sights. Barcelona sits 4 points clear of Real Madrid at the top of La Liga with just 5 games remaining. In contrast, Inter Milan head to Spain, desperately searching for form as they are really in bad form right now. They suffered a third consecutive defeat over the weekend, falling to Roma without scoring. That's now 3 straight games without a goal and just 6 shots on target across 270 minutes of football. That miserable run also included a last-minute 1-0 loss to Bologna, which abruptly ended their 13-match unbeaten streak, and a 3-0 thrashing at the hands of AC Milan in the Coppa Italia semi-final, making it 5 matches without a win against the city rivals this season. Sunday's loss to Roma allowed Napoli to move 4 points clear at the Serie A summit with only 4 games left to play. Still, Inter's European form still offers hope. They've just lost 2 of their last 20 Champions League outings, conceding only 5 goals in that stretch and keeping 8 clean sheets. An incredible defensive record that shows they know how to grind out results in European competition. 15 years on from the Champions League semi-final showdown, Barcelona and Inter face off once again with the first leg at Monteguish. Well, we know Inter had the upper hand back in 2010, but this time Barcelona aimed to settle the score and book a spot in the next month's final against either Arsenal or Paris Saint-Germain. Barcelona cruised into the semi-finals and now seek their first Champions League final appearance since lifting the 5th European trophy in 2015. However, a bit recent history still favors Inter. Barca were very winless in their last 2 most recent meetings, back in the 2022-2023 group stage, and also lost the last semi-final tie. Overall, in their 12 Champions League clashes, Barcelona have won 6, but Inter, of course, claimed the most important one. Inter, the European runner-ups in 2023, Inter are desperate to go one step further, and despite their dip in domestic form, they are still a threat, and we cannot take them granted. They can snap back in form very quickly, especially in a competition like this. Inter Milan are very notoriously tough to break down. Their defense solidity has been elite in Europe, with just 5 goals conceded, 8 clean sheets, and a side that thrives on discipline and defensive structure. But recent results suggest fatigue may be creeping in the team. They were stunned late by Bologna, blown away by AC Milan, and edged out by Roma. 3 straight defeats without scoring back to back to back, right when it matters a lot. The latest 1-0 win, or home defeat rather, to Roma left them 3 points behind Napoli in the title race with only 4 fixtures left, casting serious doubts over their hopes of defending their Serie A crown. For the team news, Barcelona are still without Robert Lewandowski, who suffered a hamstring injury earlier this month and may also miss the next week's second leg. There is hope that the first choice left back Alejandro Balde could return, but if not, Gerard Martin is likely to keep his spot in defense alongside Inigo Martinez, Jules Koundé and Pau Kubasi. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen is finally back in the squad after a long spell out since September, but Wojciech Szczesny, the experienced backup, is expected to retain the gloves for now. Up front, Ferran Torres is still going to keep his spot and is going to lead the line with Lamine Yamal and Rafinha. This duo has been on fire in the Champions League, combining 5 Champions League goals together and creating 16 chances for each other, more than any other pair in the tournament this season. As for Inter, the captain Lautaro Martinez, who has been really sensational in the Champions League, scoring in 5 straight appearances and recently becoming the first Inter player to score over 20 UCL goals, and his striker Marcus Thuram, who is going to partner alongside him, is very hopeful of returning after missing the last 3 matches with a thigh injury, and also for his fellow Frenchman Benjamin Pavard is also a major doubt after spraining his ankle on Sunday. Now moving over to the predicted lineup for the game against Inter. In goal, we have Wojciech Szczesny, who has been really fantastic in goal, even for the return of Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, but still, he is still going to retain the spot at the goal. The newly crowned Copa del Rey champions won't have much time to celebrate the trophy. They are right back to work for a monster matchup against Inter Milan in the Champions League semi-final. With so much at stake, Hansi Flick is expected to roll out his strongest possible lineup for the first leg at home. In defense, the major question at left back is Gerard Martin, who has been shaky lately and even had to be replaced by Inigo Martinez late in El Clasico to help stabilize the back line. And I hope Alejandro Balde is going to come in the lineup to complete the defense. Alongside him, we expect Pau Kubasi and Jules Koundé, the latter fresh off heroics on Saturday, to complete the back 4. In midfield, here is where Barcelona might have the upper hand, as Frankie de Jong, Pedri and Dani Olmo didn't play the full 120 minutes in the final, so they should be fresher. The trio brings the right blend of control and creativity and a lot of intensity needed to face the Inter powerhouse midfield. Gavi is back in his best form and will likely feature as a high compact option from the bench. Also for Fermin Lopez as well. He's been a difference maker in the game lately and also could add attacking punch when needed. In attack, despite the heavy legs after the Copa del Rey, Lamine Yamal and Ferran Torres, even Rafinha, are all expected to start again. Rafinha in particular will be eager to bounce back after a tough El Clasico and make his mark in Europe. Lamine Yamal also continues to dazzle, and Ferran Torres offer that consistent attack work rate and threat in behind. So this is my predicted lineup for the game against Inter Milan. Let me know in the comment section what you think. If you think this complete lineup is going to do well against Inter Milan. And that is it for the Champions League semi-final night under the lights at Monteguish. The pressure is on, the stakes couldn't be any higher, and Anti-Flick's Barcelona will need to be at the very best to get a crucial first leg result against Inter Milan. Let's see if the magic of Saturday's cup win can carry us over into Europe. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for the full coverage of Barcelona's journey. Drop your predicted score and a starting 11 in the comment section and I'll be reading them all. See you on the next one, guys. Visca Barca.